What's going on, YouTube, man? I know a lot of y'all been looking for some videos, man. I just been really busy with school, doing exams. I had 4 exams this week, so um, it's Friday. I only got one class on Friday, so I got a little bit more time to catch up on everything that I wanted to do. And I fucked around and I looked at the calendar, and it's been about 6 months of me doing semen retention, man. Or doing semen retention around this time because, like I always tell you guys, just because you relapse or just because you fall off doesn't mean you're still not practicing no fap slash semen retention. That's just like if you're an alcoholic and you fuck around and have a beer, like, yeah, you got to reset your timer or reset your days, but you're still a recovering alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with no fap. I did like 7 months, then I had like a 2 month hiatus where I wasn't staying on track, and now I'm back at 6 months where I am now. Um, but like I said, I just happened to look up and notice, oh shit, it's late February, and I started this current streak that I'm on. I started it in late August, so September, October, November, December, January, February. That's 6 months, and I feel great, man. I feel great. I wake up every day. I'm full of energy. Um, I know some of you guys watch my workout videos too. I haven't posted any of my current series a lot, like I said, because I've been busy, but I've actually been doing a hell of a lot more cardio, man. One of my neighbors, he's a triathlete, him and his wife, and he gave me one of his old mountain bikes because, they do cycling and, real cycling on the street, marathons and shit. So he has no use for a mountain bike anymore. And it's old as fuck. It's like 20 years old, but it's a Trek. So it's good quality. He took good care of it, man. And I've been riding this bike, man. I've had it for about 3 weeks, and I've already put like 200 miles on it, man. I just ride the shit out of this bike. So I've been doing lots of cardio. My diet's been pretty good. I've been following a high fat, fairly high protein, moderate to low carb diet. Been meditating. I've still been reading. I've been, like I said, I'm busy with school. Life is just good right now, man. There's no negative influences. I haven't been doing anything negative. I've even cut out my use of social media. I still have an Instagram and a Snapchat, but I don't get on there like I used to, man. And even Snapchat, like, for those of you who don't have Snapchat, it ranks the stories in order of popularity, like, or not popularity, but how frequently you view their stories. So I only view like 5 or 6 people that are always there at the front. So I haven't been on Snapchat a lot, haven't been on Instagram a lot. I've just been focusing on life, man, doing my studies and meditating, furthering on bettering myself as always. I think you should always strive to get into the continuity of advancing physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, all of that, man. And like I've always said, semen retention is just a stepping stone to help you accomplish the best you can be. But at the same time, you can't just let your whole life revolve around it. Just do it. And it's interesting because I was having a conversation with my cousin because he does semen retention, and I think he's on like 4 or 5 months or 6 months, something like that. But he can't tell you how long he's been on it either because he'll be on it and then something may happen and then you get right back on track. So he's been on it for a long time, and he's always busy with work. He's always working and doing this and doing that. And he said the same thing, like, to really be successful with this, because a lot of y'all, you get in the comments and you like try to beat yourself up because you relapsed. And I understand that, you should take accountability, but you can't beat yourself up because this 6 month streak and then the 7 month streak before that, I would relapse all the time. I would make it 5 days to relapse, 14 days to relapse, 26 days to relapse, 34 days. Like, I fell off so many times. And eventually, you're going to find what works for you. And I think what works for 99% of the population who's trying to do this is just to get busy. Just get on your own purpose. Like, if you're busy with school and or work, you're reading, you partake in all these healthy extracurricular activities like, riding your bike and working out and, paintball or painting or making music, whatever your extracurricular activities are. If you're always partaking in that, you're not going to have time to even to even be thinking about the shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have time to think about, oh my God, I haven't watched porn in a month. And then, because that's the thing, you don't even want to get it on your mind. And that's where I was telling you guys how to avoid these wet dreams. A lot of y'all are trying so hard to not have a wet dream that you make yourself have a wet dream because you just keep thinking about, oh man, last time I had a wet dream, it was a dream about this. And then you start thinking about that dream. And then it reminds you of that porn video and it reminds you of that girl you fucked 2 weeks ago and just all these different triggers. But when you're busy and you're focusing on school, like right now I'm trying to learn Chinese, so my brain is just goddamn, it's on overload all the time. I'm working out hard, I'm doing lots of cardio, my diet's good. I'm not even I can't I don't think about porn or anything. Like, I mean, like I said, I'm still a man. You know, when I see a girl that looks attractive, I think about how I would fuck her. But even then, like, I don't let it just go off on my mind anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go out because like, for example, I ride the train damn near every day to get down. I mean, I live downtown, but get to downtown. And, you know, I can talk to somebody on the train or at the train station or in class or whatever, and it's just a healthy, normal conversation. Now, I'm not talking to this girl with the outcome of how I'm gonna fuck her, you know what I'm saying? Or what I'm gonna do to her, or wish she would do this. I'm not even thinking about that. It's just healthy, normal conversation, you know, and that's when you're gonna have real success with this. When you just stop focusing on the fact that you are doing semen retention. And that way you can reap all the benefits, but at the same time not risk you're not increase the potential for you to relapse. You know what I'm saying? Because I think at this point, after doing this shit for a combined 13 months, so like I said, I did 7 months, then 2 months off, and now I'm on 6 months again. So if you just want to subtract those 2 months, I would still be on 11 months. You know what I'm saying? And after all this time, like I feel like this is something that I can sustain for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't fucked anybody since August. But I do have a birthday coming up, so I think I might go ahead and run up in something real quick. But even then, like I feel like if I have sex, I've taken enough control of myself sexually to where I can have sex and not want to indulge in an orgasm. You know what I'm saying? And even if I don't, even if I fail, even if just the hormones and just 6 months of not having anything is just too much for me to handle and I'm not prepared for it and I do fuck around and relapse, who cares, man? Because, you know, somebody just commented on my channel saying that they relapsed after, like, I think, man, how long did that man say? I think he said 2 months. But anyway, he's been doing it for a while and he relapsed, you know, he fell off, whatever. But he said he doesn't even feel a difference. And that's true because before you ever start, never do NoFap, you're probably down here, right? And every week you slowly climb the ladder. And then once you're at 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, even if you relapse, you're still like right here. You're still up there in the clouds, up in the heavens. You're just not as high in the heavens. So if you just stay focused, man, you can get back here real quick. That's what I'm telling you. You need to take accountability for your relapses and wet dreams and all of that, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Just address the situation, address what you did wrong, and correct it. And say to myself, okay, well, yeah, I fell off, I relapsed, but at least I know I can't do that anymore. You know, at least I know now at least with my current mindset, I can't handle looking at, for example, Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones has way too many triggers for me. If I look at Game of Thrones, it's going to lead me to relapse. I need to address myself mentally for a while, and then I can come back to watching Game of Thrones. Or shit, maybe it's not a good idea for me right now to go to the strip club, because if I go to the strip club now, I'm going to go home and I'm going to fuck myself up. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what your weaknesses are and what your strengths are, and then you can start reaping all the benefits. Because like I said, man, I feel fantastic. I feel great. I feel like I'm looking great. Hair's growing fast as a motherfucker. You know, skin is just staying pimple free. Teeth are getting wider. I'm getting stronger. My cardiovascular endurance is through the roof, man. Like I can cycle for hours and just run and box and, you know, do whatever activity I want to do for just hours and hours and not feel tired. So, you know, I'm feeling fantastic, man. Mentally, I'm sharp. Physically, I'm sharp. emotionally, everything is going good right now. So, but just remember, the main tip I can give you guys is just not to focus on this shit. Don't focus on it too much. Just stay. I'm not saying don't think about it at all, but don't just obsess your life over it, man. Just do it and then just stay on track. Pick your books up, man. Go to your job and start working twice as hard. Spend more time with your wife. Spend more time with your girlfriend or girlfriends, you know what I'm saying? Or, focus on this, focus on that. And just remember, keep it in your pocket. Okay, I am doing semen retention, so I need to be cognizant of that. But just don't overindulge in it, man. And you're going to have a lot of success. And just remember, when you're starting off, you're going to go 30 days and shit, man. I remember, man, I can't remember. It was one time I made it a long time and I fucked up and I was so mad. I think I made it like 60 days before and I fucked up and I was like, man, fuck. But you know what? Right after that is when I had that 7-month streak. So it taught me what to do and what not to do. So when you fall off, take accountability, take responsibility, and look at the situation and say, now I know never to do that again. And a year is coming, is foreseeable in your future. 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. And you're going to accomplish all your goals. So I appreciate you guys watching, man. Peace.